fascinates me more? I think it's what science tells us about ourselves and who we are. And I've been an artist for something like 30 years, but been working with scientists for about 20 years. And it's really gaining a picture of who I am, and then portraying that to other people through the science. So I've worked on various projects that have been to do with neurology, and that was interesting because when I was a youngster, I was told that the nervous system or the brain was a fixed thing after you were 18. It was you had a network and that was it. And then the research that I looked at suddenly said it's a growing thing, it's a changing thing, it's not static. And that was absolutely fascinating. So I made work around that. And then of late I've been making work around heart transplant and about hybrid bodies and the notion that we're kind of boundless in a way, that the body doesn't stop at the skin in a way has become a fascinating thing. And that's reflected with me being here at the iMM, in the sense that I'm now realising that the heart project tells us about kind of psychologically about us being unbounded, but actually at the immune system really tells us about what's self and what's not self. And that's begun to fascinate me. In practical terms, I tend to kind of visit labs. I then often have to go away and do a lot of kind of library searches or just kind of on the internet, trying to kind of make sense of what I've heard and put it in a location, because often it's so complicated. I mean, that's my problem here with the immunology. I've made some general works around it, but now I want to do something more specific around T cells, and with Louis Gracker's lab, and it's now I've really got to understand it and try to find a core. But often it's about an idea, a very simple idea. And so the work that I made from the neurology was a piece called Magic Forest, and it was really about growth and death of cells and neurons. And so it's taking a simple idea away. So that was around the Heart Project around boundaries, and that was simple. And then now I'm trying to find something around self. And that. So it'll mean visiting the labs a few times, talking to people. I've very rarely got involved in experiments. I have done, and then I've often messed them up, and the scientists just have to go and redo them. So, but that kind of involvement, and it's often just looking for a nub of an idea, reflecting, thinking, and analysing. I don't think there's any specific. I actually use the radio a lot. A lot of artists in the UK are addicted to the radio, and a lot of artists you find listen to what's called Radio 4, which is the kind of arts and language ideas radio. And often I'll hear things on that I'll then follow up. And there's frequently things around heart transplants or immunology questions that are asked. I remember one piece that I did around autism it was about a specific program that I heard scientists talking about autism, and that was it. I then mentioned it to a scientific group, and they said, "Oh, we do that. Come and visit us." And it's like that. So the radio is an important way into things.